Can you sprint a mile? Sounds crazy, right? Why not? Because it's impossible. Now, here's a bigger question for all you gym warriors out there. Can you train as hard as humanly possible for 2 hours straight? Spoiler alert, you can't. Not because I say so, but because it breaks the laws of physics. Welcome to Muscle Maven, where we cut through the noise, the myths, and the bro science, to bring you real, actionable training advice. Today, we're diving into Mike Mentzer's heavy-duty training system, and trust me, this one's going to make you rethink everything you thought you knew about building muscle.
Really? Really? No way. That's exciting.
Alright, let's talk about why most people are wasting their time in the gym. 2 words, intensity and duration. These are the twin pillars of effective training. But here's the kicker, they're mutually exclusive. You can train hard, or you can train long, but you can't do both. Let me explain. If you're sweating buckets and grinding through a 2-hour workout, are you training intensely? Absolutely not. Why? Because intensity isn't about how long you train, it's about how much effort you put into each moment. Intensity means hitting failure, true, gut-wrenching, can't lift this dumbbell one more time failure. It's measured as a percentage of your momentary effort. Think of it like sprinting, you go all out, give it everything you've got, and then collapse. You can't sprint forever, right? Same principle applies to training. Here's where things get juicy. As intensity goes up, duration must go down. This is a universal law, not just for weightlifting, but for anything, whether it's chopping wood, studying, or other activities we'll leave to your imagination. Let's make it relatable. Ever see the difference between a sprinter and a marathon runner? Sprinters are built like tanks, thick, muscular, and explosive. Marathon runners? Not so much. Why? Because sprinters train hard and briefly, while marathon runners train long but light. The takeaway? If you want to build big, strong muscles, you need to think like a sprinter, not a marathon runner. Let's break down a typical heavy-duty session. Here's the deal. 1 isolated, all-out set to failure per muscle group. That's it. No marathon sets. No endless supersets. Just one brutally intense set that stimulates growth. But here's the kicker, you have to rest long enough between workouts to let your body recover and grow. That's why Mentzer recommended training only once every 48 to 72 hours. You heard me right, less is more. So, if you're doing legs on Monday, you don't hit the gym Tuesday for back day. Why? Because your entire system, not just your legs, needs time to recover. It's not just about localized muscle recovery, your whole body needs to reset. If you skip this step, you're not just stalling your progress, you're actually moving backward. And that's a no-go for us muscle mavens.
Every bodybuilder has had the experience of performing, let's say, a tremendous leg workout on a Friday afternoon. He breaks all of his personal records, his reps are up. Then he intentionally rests all weekend, thinking he'll wake up Monday feeling totally refreshed and recovered, but to his surprise, he wakes up Monday feeling a sense of generalized or systemic fatigue. One of the chief sources of confusion on the issue of frequency is that bodybuilders don't realize that exercise, in addition to having a localized effect on the muscle being worked, also has a systemic effect. Remember, you have to rest long enough between workouts, not just for localized recovery. You must also allow enough time between workouts to allow for systemic recovery, which can take weeks, depending upon the type of training you're engaged in.
Still skeptical? Here's a fun fact. Most bodybuilders training 6 days a week for hours on end wouldn't look the way they do without, let's call it, pharmaceutical assistance. Natural lifters? You need to work smarter, not longer. Heavy duty is the ultimate minimalist approach. You get in, destroy your muscles, and get out. It's that simple. Check out our previous video where we broke down Mike Mentzer's ideal routine step by step. The link is right up here. We covered everything: how to structure your week, what exercises to prioritize, and why this minimalist approach beats the marathon gym sessions everyone else swears by. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.
Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? Huh?
Here's the bottom line. Mavens, if you want to build muscle, you need to train like you mean it, intensely and intelligently. Ditch the marathon sessions and embrace the sprint. Your muscles and your schedule will thank you. So, are you ready to challenge everything you know about training? Drop a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and let's crush these workouts together. Until next time, stay strong, train smart, and keep chasing those gains. This is Muscle Maven, signing off.